it should begin to look at that. But then, with even comments of some of the key members, they are mentioning chapel meeting. That chapel meeting is very critical. Yeah, that chapel meeting is very critical. No, but man, I'm somebody.
I'm not for person.
No. I'm
because I'm not for somebody. We a key member.
Because the chapel meeting really brought out a lot of things. It brought out a lot of things. People suggested all manner of things indeed at that meeting.
This is a
plantain and sheep and all kinds of things and all kinds of things. So indeed, there are processes. Osunu was one of the early days, but Ichiwo Cheki and now the Patriot Club or something had gone ahead to register that earlier. Osunu was one of the things that came up very, very early, but I don't think it came up at the chapel meeting from the reporter, because I wasn't there.
Okay.
And I don't also think that Professor Kwame Adom or Bonidinu was part of the chapel meeting. He wasn't there also. But people should start observing certain things clearly. That we hear NDC colors. Now they compare 31st December Women's Movement, one colors. It's just the same colors. So it should wake people up to realize that Ibnumu had some significant contributions to the formation of the party and the picking of certain things. The issue of the umbrella, how it started. We hear various persons and one narration, maintain Honorable E.T. Mensah, but making reports about what he is alleged to have said that, oh, yes, the women's group represented by the 31st, one was suggesting umbrella. So gradually we are getting there. And by the time you take all of them on comments, indeed.
In fact, okay, inquire now. Professor Kwame Naho say 31st na the Professor Kwame Adom buy. That's right. But to interview now, Professor Kwame Adom suni inquire here or say yes, one nom den buy, but design on no yeah.
So he says that he was commissioned by the founders. And Professor Kwame Naho is testifying that the first founder was in the buy. So he knows that in his mind, no, he knew who the founders are. And my founder and I commission you to do something and you bring it. You don't know whether I paid or I did not pay or whatever it is that I do. Onye what did you?
Friday, my papa number me.
You're finishing touches to it. So me, I have told a simple letter, and to help reshape our discourse, to help reposition party in a year, so that we could realize that no, say you drift could be beyond what they but it doesn't look like we are addressing that. We have rather rushed on a tangent on court. You don't. She's not indicating that she's going to court. She's just on what's a more intellectual property right over it. So we feel there or associate rights and our co-authorship. It's up to him to also apply that. So logoing co-authorship right. That is what you do. Then you will prove. You have to prove that indeed, now we will co-authorship right. Not for Ono to come and prove that Ono only right. As we speak now, Mbrano were on the side. You may be driving a vehicle, but if the vehicle is registered in my name, it's not. It doesn't really belong to. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. But if you feel that maybe we will associate right to that vehicle, then you can prove it, and DVLA for. Luckily, Honorable Ijma will find a way of readjusting the documents after you have proven with enough this and that vehicle. Na bra wa acquire vehicle no, who can acquire. But then a registration process and now we knew one bibisa. Then they can swear and possibly change this and add you in there. Even that should not be the issue. But I believe we pick various issues, the early reactions. And afterthought, they now meeting says the immediate reactions from key persons, when you put it together, about the real originator and minim nana kunedu pa. So suggest Bibia, especially if it comes to art, on suggest we just the math. She will bring some sketch, some sample, some design to buttress her point. I know her very well. I have dealt with her on many of such related matters. Ebi okra mu koye program, the way they want the stage to be designed. She would put sketches on paper. Onyobia okoye bibia will just go there when then go and talk that okay, we are suggesting umbrella. Surely she will go with something in hand.
Bakovi, asana meboro se usuno. Official political party registration ne ebinuma suggest say once you register sanye electoral commission no na nakunudu cannot claim exclusive rights and ya tell lawyer abochie ni ankofo sa na obetimi take you through at least why a party
menye lawyer but
no the legal aspect no
register
lawyer but
who register political party per the law no act now or the register parties no also fa say who logo bia if any who slogan bia if any party needing party colors interim national officers especially general secretary and chairman to be able to sign the constitution on all that and sign to provisional certificates. Then you go through the process to get the rest. So you submit all this before you even conclude the process. That is one act. There is also the Intellectual Property Act of 2005. Act somewhere 260 also. I also provide condition for registering one intellectual property. But Electoral Commission, wakade fa bibiba, onye the duty of the Electoral Commission to go and check whether ni awode banu or ye woda na or ye busia bida na or you be na waye. For them, all they know is that yes, omo beye gazette. Omo gazette they expect that people should, like when they publicize it, anybody who has concerns will raise against our permission there will use that. Once nobody raise any such concerns within 30 days, Omube go ahead to register you with that symbol. It means you qualify to use it for purposes of elections. But on dachi, obi ba up there, either say a written permission, so a verbal permission, so because Makahuna Mama to the name of their senior national team, Bafana. I'm told that in 1994 or thereabout, a small company be register Edin Bafana. Even though the South African team have used this name even from the days of Soweto and then the rest all through. No? This company in 2010 thereabout brought up a challenge against the continuous use of what? Bafana in these commercial purposes. I believe that they had to go into negotiations. Because Bafana ye Edina operate through a collective process into the company be register into Munkade or intellectual property. To give the name Bafana to South African senior team, no, it was a name that came out of some collective process. But when the debate was going on, I remember the Minister of Justice and Sports also it was a collective process. And but at the end of the day, the Supreme Court of South Africa did not say that because it didn't play in a collective process through the national consensus. It's a company be register Bafana Omuni those rights over it. So people who are talking about collective process and the rest, you also inform themselves about some jurisdictions similar that some pronouncements have been made because
your presidents
were, if not necessarily even Ghana higher or other presidents are able to mark in relation to intellectual property rights and then what have you. But I don't think that in Kawade Yetina Hokra Mayidu that stage, because all the letters sought to indicate is that to remind that there will be and especially my dealing issues. The national chairman also and I, for some time now, have been calling on the national chairman to put his foot down and take charge.
Or lose control over the party now?
Not necessarily they will lose control. There are some persons who are undermining the leadership also. And I'm sure it is out of that hate and frustration, no more true. Later now, no true. He shouldn't just allow, you see, no letters who pay, you saw the way we handled it. That's he was called to a meeting a day after and everything has been sorted out. But I don't think that, looking at what is going on, you cannot say that everything has been sorted out. Because we continue to get same or even more issues come up. So I believe he should revisit later, maybe more on later, but then he must take charge and bring some persons to order. Well, the responses of some of the senior persons, and especially to our general secretary of our party in this matter, to me was not the best of response that I was expecting from the general secretary. I would have thought that maybe, yes, assure members that you will do everything possible about it, but don't move on to go and say, and the conservancy officers for Subaba and you also watch one prayer because one that will use prayer and now wildlife for Beba Bekade or Mokoji or Sunu. Wildlife for have not said they have registered or Sunu. The animal elephant don't belong to the wildlife people. It is God who created it. But if somebody decides to design the elephant and go and register it because that person now have some intellectual property over it. But
in fact, my real remark who ni crowd also a design MPP for logo. We'll be speaking to him anytime soon. Now maybe say or so why crowd will still be or but also my kind political parties constitution chapter 755 political parties in the so na Kofi kan me hu baby a chere say we register political party emblem ni ade or electoral commission na say odia but some lawyers suggest say court because he register electoral commission ni ade ntan here national is likely to lose legal aspect ne eja nso wa bi omremu ne yesu ade hakra
cover me chia otefa no pay nganka omo me peso so me kwa consensus ne amanse mu nyina cover it's true that people may make speculative pronouncements there obia excuse me or can be no or the that dwini susu there ekoko tebeye there ebetumi esie pa ejina dansi there beba hoso see I there first former first lady I'm credo ajuma kasembi say ade we me na me dem adwene e de bae enti makwa akwaje ho tumi akọ register say me na me dem adwene de bae and this Penivosio, yet the aye party dada
for 20 years.
For 20 years. Afe bi ma base ni pasu mesi kura na ye we si ni pasu mesi ni nyina ya dance de enti se ye ntina se ma dance ne man se musa maya asem ne ni na ho so bi betumi ebua ti ya na memzem say no men time enye categorical se be say be si another say be si se and some political parties law and copyright. Which of them will prevail in these matters? No? Depending on evidence. But cover for me as a politician, I'm anyway, money here. Sembra court to Becca Serena do Edia Nase NDC dia. And no other the symbol belongs to NDC or Credo. That is not the issue at all. M1 say ye discussion no ade hia pa na yemfa ho na Credo say de Kofi kan no wo se sade we ya de bae no na gira ho ma bibi asama o kan no nkabo mu ni die de man panimfo say chine na se no obi a wotesen okọ there's room for dissent semetiase ye ya nipa bia whether on me adwunu ones also kan chine no ho no ye nyina hye chine ase no de bibia chine no bo ho ban but sa na ekoso wo party no mo na nsemo a ho kan yi eno na Dr. Kobreje kan wo earlier letter no mu no but okay kan nyina si animu a e kire bibi You see, the echo so party no mono. Well, me leadership studies, you know. Leadership is cause, or else is effect. Nipa odi ani mu no. There were no be ye na kire de ebesi akire. Ni nsunsan so. Enti de echo so wo NDC mu sisi ha no. Eye omampani mills leadership. Ne ho effect no. Leadership is cause, or else is effect. Whatever is happening in the party now is the effect of the leadership of Atta Mills in the party. The Bible says, will you let a man rule the nation who cannot rule his own house? Ubia old to me if you want any fear, would your mind be shining, sir? A Bible as so, Oman Penny Atta Mills, or no any fear, only leader of the party, me boy, or no any fear, on to me, say, who party no obey a leader na bom na yen kabom party mu abako se party ni mu achecha the effect of his leadership na obi a ontimi hwe wono ani fie nyan kabom wo mu obetimi de o man zo abana yeye but asam no krepa wo mu ne say style a kwan wo fa so bu o man no kwan wo fa so di ni party na ni mu no ene de den sunsanso ho sunsanso ena ye hu o party no mu no ho eno na ma we ga say Dr. Kwabineka say hey a party e wo mu wo unti say ya ye ka say ma on kan bi wo ya fa na ye tietia wo fa ho de so wo mpe ne say ye benya ne say eno ena na na kwedo ajeman so abeka say a party wo mu nipa ene omampanini ene nipa bi adwene enkoba kuro no yeyi mo asinchen ye tete mo tete am fa ho de so ade mo deserve ye mfa mamo eni di am fata ye mfa mawo to the extent say ye pani a wadi omampani a ye nyina ye se party no ono na nsusuye ni tirimu po ene de bo party do kra no ene ye tete no ye sesere no ye dinatem na waka bi o say ye party no ejina ho ma kuntabuo na de ye koso we party no mu no akuntabuo no nukredi anim ene wo kan waka bone se wo yo mampani a wodwini se wo pese wo ko anim dia se nko obi kase ya sebe me ma me se ye obi power pump ma na o se hye ho den enti nka tena na o se ogire ye na se se yenia ye wura ote ye party ene ne yere ese nneoma nko yi a ye ntena se ne hwe ne ye asem so mampani dada akada bia o se proye ne kro no ekoso wo mrem yo wo yase no ebi nsi o man mu da enipa wono na ball to di mu anim ko bebia me kura si Jacobu bebia me nim se sabi ye ne aye party for kura ye ne aye form leaders no kura na ntia ko ha na edin no ye te mampani dada rollers in ka o hye ho ensem a wo de konante ho no de wo se mo de mobile bi nsi da no ene na mo ye na kese akese na sabi enya do wo a wo da no mo leadership is course de wo ye na be makwan ama so we mu nyina ba
e de important no mapani mail say ya e de party mu chiche mu ba de pa no waye
o maka eni dia ye mfa mampani fo wo a wuni wono na fa bibia be yu afirim intimidation ye betetew ye be hunhuna ho je de to abrante oso be mpa na say ebia to party for operatives bebre
ba say eno yesi na asem okokan no onyina so bia
enti den enti o se de o man mra to nchen
so mra no mi ni ho ano
enti o se de o man mra to nchen eni nyina so ha na yo pania sabi o se de o man mra to nchen sabre no mpo ne show the real effect of your leadership asem a fa wa ho no na otumi ma mra kokote hu se yo pan okandifo pa na enam se efa ho de ene ye mu bu ankofo so no de odi akire hu se oh aso wono kura hwa me abu mra so efa no ho na chena me bi ye bi obi bitima me den enti de oni obi nya adwene ko fiara nkasam ne nya adwene o se efa kwan mu ne yi ni free party no ye yi na betra nchan ye nkam ye man kwan ma ni yi na no o bibia mu enso ye se ye yi na free party no general secretary so ye free agent. That's the kind of leadership and the effect leadership of Mampeni Mills offer warm party the effect no and warm party mumponi and about that is what until sound somewhere costly. Sana mimi de mihuno. It's not just about the logo. It's about the leadership that Professor Mills is offering in the party and the effect of it. And I'll repeat what the Bible says. Will you let a man rule the nation who cannot rule his own house?
But if Kofi, so one last week, brass me by government communicators in Penifo Bebre, Akasetiana Nakunodu, personally, and Ura do sorry, news for minim so unya kwan hwe ya. Ya okase adia na Nakunodu ye no. Train on Penin Rollins nada ne teacher train ba from Sam George Alhaji Bature enu ma ade Alhaji Bature crowd o say Nana Kuno so original dia ye fa na ade ma no na omo ko creative for ni ade wo hear sa hankofo ni ade a won so mo ka I say Nana Kuno do I say onu mom e villain mom era ko sa ne ma mu na
first and foremost Edward Sareka o me dey ono until the party values and the consensus of President Rollins, because and now take any time as should have been expected. Now, he may not have been saying what he said because so because de yepen kabum yenye me hun kabum or party no logo no values of the party no is enshrined in the logo. Me hun kabom o party ni me hun kuntabo party mpenifobi omo mbon kunta nkyere party man the way I want the way by extension also maybe abaino so similar things are happening kroye ni ho despondency is written on the faces of party members and generally out there so we kasa asemi what is in it or reduce the stature of President Rollins. Now, him and President Rollins also feel this orba. Nana Kunedu and Kade or President Rollins now or more together were design the logo.
But just quickly chipping in last week, Joy Oraiti Mesa Kasai. Or say former President Rollins and Kasa ne drawings in the name Nana Kunedu.
Former President Rollins suggested Nankoya just an umbrella, where he suggested that one for eagle niti. Vinci, listen, because indeed around that time, now there were quite a number of parties. Now you were Eagle, then we had the cadres who have come together, championed by the 31st Folk Group and other movements like cadres. There was no also here NDC, and there was another group. NCP was more of the Nkrumah's breed, being championed by Captain Chikata Numa, and then the rest, they were working on the NCP team. And everybody was hustling for which should be the dominant party. And as part of the consensus, okay, so you see Chiniena and the Yemfa, the head of the eagle, no, like is observing to protect the people are more umbrella nase, and that was agreed and to be added to make the logo complete. Yes, because this has been told me by President Rollins as part of the narrative things that people hear as to what led to the formation of the party. So that is true and then correct. And finally, you could do Cape Coast. UCC Congress for her, and it was announced that NDC the main party Yemen Penny that Rollins beat them. So we've gone through all these processes. But all that I'm saying then in some the issues I always don't want to go for the negatives. I want to look at the positive things are being free. It's a good opportunity to challenge us that look, baby. And us sitting here, no, I'm not happy about what's happening in my party. It's not true. Because when your course, if I open my phone now, sometimes it takes me like 2 to 3 minutes to be able to open one message because of the number of messages now. A be free her, a bit free Kintampo, a bit free Atebubu, a bit free Techima, a bit free various parts of the country when you now were complaining and all that. And so small pockets of complaints, it dwindles your support and votes. And instead, they are better now to find a way of dealing with it. Now, Arobashe, Edin Seye, and now Kofi Adams, and now Nana Konedu, and now there President Rollins, Bibia Maedru, last minute, I ever this, Kofi Adams are saying. And now, me say start progress, and then President Rollins will still keep
President Rollins took quite a
President Rollins will still keep me close to him if you are making every effort. No, you are doing everything, and then I'm the one. You see, President Rollins in Ubia, anybody can manipulate his mind. He's not. If there is any such person that exists in the party there are minimal, but then I don't think it includes President Rollins. And one year Juma and the younger ones to go suggest such things. One kind of question that President Rollins is not somebody you think that you can outsmart. If you are doing something that is wrong, he sees it even before you attempt to implement it. And me challenging one, Obian can show me effort be a why. Anka effort need through any stage. Ame na meka de ma de sana obi a watch krata aba na obi aba amamo personally there for meeting be. And now, be a what to my down. Why are they not able to go there now? That is the question I've always been asking. Or if you and converge, it was the fulcrum around which all of us revolve. One hour cancel all kinds of things against him today. Those times, when your problem be Wakoye Bibina self there, they are being thrilled by various security personnel. No, we gonna if you hope just to go and call on him and see him and then come out. The BNI will file a report that this person has visited them. Then they will withdraw following this. And then when you now was sorry, Obia cancer this open. You see, I'm indeed lost. I don't know what is happening. I would have loved that we've shown some leadership and be able to put things together to move on. But the earlier we do it, the better. Because I'm bright chairman on the letter. If we are taking the bull by the horn at that time in January, in May, May 14th, Kanuna yeti haya yerika assembly. But at that time, what did we do? We attempted to run it down and make it look like he versus some other persons and just swept it down. Today, another one has come up. Yantina Juan Yahu Bibia, the better one, December will be coming nearer, and we will have many, because there are a lot of issues out there you could deal with. The constituency primaries are people who felt that the Omo are dissatisfied, and independent candidates that are emerging at various places that the party had to confront and deal with. I believe that Yentina Hona issue the leadership. One more, all kinds of interpretation to the letter. They should call them to order and let's see how a house can meet and then deal with this situation. Because our Basheno and solve a problem. She had stated her rights or Bibiara or any other contrary this number. But the more you talk, the more even you expose yourself, and then maybe even tend to confirm the ownership now. This
Kofi Adams in attending Kana. Sabre Mameko so Dr. Theophilus Richardson, economist and lecturer at Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. Or no also designer of the MPP logo. Dr. Theophilus Richardson, and pay you watching.
Yeah.
Me bacho honam boko there.
Yamna dumu
Yo, yeda asisa na no pay when you mu kwan. Asa na ye beko say we na design MPP logo na under what circumstance no. First of all, we obi a we hwa amanyosem ne ade e koso no. Efi na no last week semi beto dwa na kunadu letter de come chairman ka kire om sanye ma bi wo koso party na ni nye ho ne ade no. Wow, ye political activities scientists what there na wa hu e wo science minimum.
Me dey say for us. So kunesi na media na na o sha so. Me give say ejata ba what it me ejata na kunedu na nukun oye JJ Rollins. woyi one ayedidi what it a party na man e kan one number your friend ejata appoint one as ministers I didn't book at a bin we agree bad tax na where friend I think incompetent and team B on this program was okay. You see, what today it could be ana ejata or one ana a friend and say be an oil and any because there's a way nothing it's one of the stages or culmination of the a degeneration or deterioration of the relationship between President Wallace and an age my woo a man. I be extraordinary.
But sir, I bet you say logo and yeah or party me Nediano. What I know your own.
Oh, only don't know your womb. I think on the last year maybe Kunedu on make a point to be to the effect of this. What better the party me young one was it? That Makaka Mua that the on the Okabi be the Ma Asampa. I do have friend. Or from the Abu crowd will be said some in some. Now, look where you are almost claim to any easy. You are extraordinary, Kaka. Are extraordinary in the sense that what to patch ya? Oh, yeah, a nippy, up to the nippy, what do one I been about? Even what can one been boom, what partyism, party symbol, party in the constitution, party in the manifesto. I agree with what you're trying to watch the matter. Now, on Taka, there, what to party via my way, new look, and I symbol, Zina, when you put to know, Jilade, or your music, the marriage temple as my intellectual property. Or you won't go back, but me see the matter will be from a friend and conservative party, first away the rich, the Tories, obey the rich. From America one time now their party so Mr. Bida, Labour Party or UK, Mr. Bida. And see all your Hunkaka, go to work there in Oyanese. Party what to in 1992. Where you say NDC will be one from one symbol. You see the matter 20 years on or 22 years on. Let's see if I registered only last year. Or 2 years ago, 2010, the oil intellectual property. And more character in there. Oya mezi. Them the Okan last year will be there. Or bet the party or anything. Or bet the party in the oil personal property. More clear what saying. When you put into on two, on your company, party, you see their company as who offended. One man company, Mukandama, we are on our to be one chief executive board of directors. Now, you want them to pay, within what symbol. Party to them. So, what is some for a symbol is my partner? Or you with you? Or your party is that? It can be the designer of the party.
Hona Kamebano, Kamebaba, say, Ubetimi as Sudia say, MPP for logo, or Sunoni Adeno, Dr. Theophilus Richardson. And I am out.
But as it came out here, me draw it. Name them designing. But concept, you know, I contribute the concept. As an ever party, you know. Now I am that, or a party is that. Me knew at the Girana, or I am for Subia to whom they make the market a party. Somewhere I am that. If you are partnering this or recognize it, will be a develop a concept and a fine. Name officially recognize that on camera. Table the fletcher. On what to do, you work as a friend and the Muphonia or friend and American entrepreneur, why a phone here. For the friend and oh, we
Apple. You're finishing a crabat on the developing Apple software and you're not out.
Jobs.
Steve Jones. Jobs. Sorry.
From 1930, they be down up to the whole country or year a number of conferences. And what at that time, the literary circle, debating club, improvement societies, Dankwa, no, Akutin Enim. No, okay, the number from from 1930 to 1940. The last one away, conference away, when we proposed 1940. I sent a few by 1941 the youth conference, was present a memorandum calling for a new constitution to the Joint Provincial Council of Chiefs. Then you had that was a shirt, a gun and a flag. What's there above Ghana land? And maintain independence. That cannot draw the bank's constitution. What's the bay? What was your position? One on the Dankwa, the friend that constitution. And we have two constitution at the order that. If you know what kind of bank constitution is was admitted as best. In some of the Ghana, just the amendments to reflect the new development. If you don't come back, I'm going to be there. Bank constitution, I mean, it's what is not a bank that would in the ombudsman. You see, yes, or may cry, don't go and get a flag or and only designing. I mean, Bill Sale, me have to be an only the woman be an or a lawyer, or lawyer at Campus Assembly, and be one offended member. What's it? Presiding member. Before the time 2008, Nadina, and my 2001, I'm going to democracy about. It's in a year. But before 1992, one of the concerts, and then I expect to one get Marco to Papa. Now, make a progress party. Or a blue, white, and red room, by the super feet, the moon. And a popular ball party. And Sumba, red, gold, and a black background. No continuity. Now, we have a party again. Now, Mr. Every Macade, yeah, in fact, any of the symbols. I'll soon end the meeting. No matter what in there, or soon, Kano, only a Ghana for your symbol. If you're good, for one symbol. Next, I've been with other crack, I want to be an and I've been PNC for you see. You see, me, I've been with the church. Party didn't cry, you're the progressive party. In the progressive party. And the party continue to have a and I'll be honest, the progressive party, or better, you're socialist. Because of people, you wanted to maintain the duty. Into patriotic, and I never yet see. Then it's also in the book, parties in Ghana. One yet change patriotic because we had made arguments of time ago that we are the patriot. Why is JP down come?
Now, Doc, quickly.
This is every year for party constitution. It took 1 year. Professor Fonsa away in the baby call. The Naku Fado, no one share the world show. Party manifesto, Professor Fonsa, no democracy. And go for the campaign at that time, we'll push it green, Joseph Flatter. Ofi Awotibe, the car festival for contribution away, Obia and the guy do 1 year the same. The Naku Fado go to cut around July when I don't call Aboti or mobilize the funds. You know, people end up conflicted in your friend quality living, I think, and I'm way prisoner. I think I didn't hear you in a moon concept, India, dum, right. Designing.
Doc, final question. Have you ever considered, say, Uber register the MPP logo in your name?
Coat of arms, Ghana coat of arms in the boy, already saying his name. When I make a flag, the flag now you're using. Just be down from designing. What will you say? Every possible woman. It's a mini idea better. Obio party moon, then I put Fado, when you never not know over recognize my effort in the formative years of the party. Fine. After that, we have played the rules. You propose to join the party, to join NDC, to join AEDM.
Right.
You're joining India MP and you're happy with the NDC. If you are true friends, true as your friend relationship, true background, true principles, true convictions, and those kind of things. The most important thing is that party no or a symbol or said. In fact, me I could be an academy or Sunumbo Yafa or Bakada or your say farms, they know it. And I have to explain to him the significance of Osun.
Right.
Osun and you now when they know it. It's a meaning you the manager. For to be a woman. The symbol belongs to MPP as a collective group or a party in the symbol. When the party was registered, now what is that one was symbol? That from that day on, the symbol belonged to MPP. When NDC was registered, and from that day, what did the symbol belonged to NDC. So, obviously, symbol be a
Well, Dr. Richardson, Dr. Theophilus Richardson, political scientist, lecturer, Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, and a designer of the MPP logo. Rose Uzuni Babawi.
Ebi aminim no by faith by minim ni din minye short of minye shopping.
Okay. But if you wrap up on this matter,
no, but I believe you could have checked from the MPP on records to know the capacity under which is
anytime soon.
Which no comments are. It means that he didn't actually take the initiative himself, but he was contracted kind of thing to bring up something. Uncle for you, we all know what they call is no longer your rights. Because FIFA now say CAF crash or mobile hosti, maybe it's a African Cup. Sometimes they advertise asking for people to bring in. Once you do and then you submit it and they accept yours and they pay you for it, it's no longer you no longer have any right over it. So those are the things that are there. Sanya Mana existed. So one could not claim the Ghana flag. But yin to Munkade because you kind of have done it, it's been accepted by the country because many more other persons, you know, or more the suggestions by the crest for the country and for the suggestions by what far this and with it. But what we are talking about here is that Ubikita, Abojin Krata or Chene, or no over this right. The issue is as to whether or your right to on your right, you know, will be determined, like lawyer said, no, if we try to go into court. But me sure that enuhia and some more Krata animal and come for the yemfanya sem. Na yemfanya yebe so that in Kabum, Kroye, in Kuntabu, Pepper, all those things would happen and people will feel belong to the NDC and by extension, you know, the country.
Baby, the leadership problem now.
As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing
beyond
leadership.
Suggest instead say amount for best asimi hono. Anka omontenase na omon resolve yasem. Would you say possible? Bet me atenase.
Me say leadership is course. Asembe na enipa obi di enimu say ma the simeni so pa ne say me pese if you have some dweba ema. So be party no one penny mills. So the see who say opesa some dweba. At the end of the beba compromises here and there. And penny for say anobebre ma battle. Say eye adia eye enye nwa dwene say ebi mo ne ya dwene nhie nti ye o ma free party no mu a. So ankasabre nkasam no nu say ankasum dwaba o mo party no mu. Enti na make say the odi kan the the bro bank ane on the day am onyu no ba se mpanifo di party the mo mpanimil party leader no ne nsu ne kan die this leadership role so we play in here and the party the monti say
okay
do you say MPP gunje nim
maybe because Chairman J.
That's right.
Quickly, now you wrap up on this matter. National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Raji Kobechi-Bilamte, are joining on the line. We want to explore the topic more further. Chairman, thank you very much for joining us and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. Now, these recent issues that have come up in the NDC is calling for an expansion of the debate, really looking at political parties, your antecedents, and really if there's a cause for concern for people who will come up to claim exclusive rights over party emblems and logos and colors. Now, for you as a political party, has this come to you with a concern as other people are expressing, particularly when Nana Kunedu says that she has exclusive rights over the logos of the NDC, and I'm particularly referring to the MPP, if some of these matters should come up?
Well, the NPP logo is owned by the NPP. It was designed in the studios of an advertising agency under my instruction on behalf of the NPP. What has come up for us for discussion is, following the registration of the logo and things, how do we control the use of it? You know, when we came out initially, we didn't have money to exploit our emblem ourselves, and we didn't have money to be able to print all the flags, the T-shirts, the paraphernalia that we needed. So we allowed individuals to do as much of it as they could themselves in the way of broadening the exposure of the party. You know, now we've got to the stage where, like Manchester United or Hearts of Oak or whatever, you know, you want to start exploiting the potential for income from the use of your logo. And this is something that we have been looking at.
So, do we assume, or can we come to a conclusion that the MPP has registered the logos in its name?
I believe so. You know, certainly I gave instructions that it should be so done.
Looking forward and moving forward, when you look at what's happening within the NDC and the implications for the party itself, now that the MPP said that, I mean, you believe that the party has done that, if somebody should come up tomorrow to claim exclusive rights of the party's logo and PP, what will the party do?
Well, we will show where truth lies. You know, I mean, how our logo came about is not a secret. I mean, it's known to a number of people. It's known to, especially to Danny Quay and myself, and we will expose whoever comes to say anything.
I have just spoken to one Dr. Theophilus Richardson, lecturer at GIMPA, who claims that he designed the logo of the MPP, but he is not going to pursue it because he doesn't think it is necessary to do so. Do you know any person by name Theophilus Richardson, Dr. Theophilus Richardson?
Let me not say I don't. I know I don't know. You know, my memory these days is not what it used to be. But if I see him, then possibly I'll know him.
But did you work with somebody like that in the design, in the studio as you referred to? Do you know anybody by that?
Well, the person I worked with was Danny Quay.
Wow. Wow. Chairman, I want to thank you very much. And once again, I'm sure we'll have you in the studios one of these days.
Inshallah. Thank you. I'll be very privileged.
But just as you go, the logo, its implication, the use and other things, what is it that does for the party? If it is taken away from a party, would it have any huge implication for a political party?
Well, it's almost as big as taking away your name, isn't it? And how will people recognize you? People recognize you, especially in a less than fully literate society, by visual symbols. So it's your visuality.
Wow. So if the NDC's logo, for example, is taken away today, what are the implications for the party?
No, ask about Coca-Cola. I mean, I don't want to comment on NDC matters.
Right. Chairman, just before you go, the CPP elected its flag bearer over the weekend. Has the party, I know that you had the representatives at the Congress, but with the coming into effect of Abu Sakara, does it have any cause of concern for you as a party?
Not a cause of concern. We welcome him. I met him yesterday and congratulated him. We will more formally congratulate him in the course of today. We know him to be somebody who likes to stick to policies and likes to stick to issues. So we hope that he will help to move the debate in this country to a debate of issues and programs and policies, and away from just insults and abuse.
Just talking of insults, Media Foundation for West Africa released its recent survey, and the NDC seemed to have taken over from your party, communicators who indulge in indecent language. Have you seen the report, sir?
I have, yes. And I cannot say I'm pleased, but sometimes, I mean, all sorts of people speak, and they speak on behalf of the party. But we will definitely be moving to make sure that we do not feature in reports of abuses and insults.
Chairman, thank you very much.
We feature much less than we have done up till now.
And I'm sure you'll be pleased by that, even though you know. But thank you very much for your time this morning, sir.
Thank you.
Jacob Echebilanti, I say taking the party is just like taking me, my name away. But before, Mami for text messages about Infantry Nafi and to accommodate so a break. I say, Kofi, you are my mentor. I need your number. One funny Gian I say, good morning, Kofi. Let your God fight for you, and let your Lord will be with on your side. You shall eat bread and enjoy wisdom. Kofi Apa Michael from Takrade and the bar Kofi also to Kofi Adams. And I say, Kaba, please find out. The NDC logo was designed in Michael Susudi's house. That was where the NDC logo was designed. If you like, call him and find out.
If anything is
I am Isaac Adom. This is the number of the man. Wow.
Michael Susudis was key in the formation of Eagle. He played significant role in Eagle party.
Wow. Well, okay. Yeah. The name keeps coming up. But I say, please stop the MPP man. This is NDC problem. They should sit aside and look into their problem. Okay, also on the Asari, right? Or say, please, Kofi Adams and Anakunadu, a disgrace, President Rawlings, they should respect him. I understand that Dr. Richardson is back on the line to react to Nsema.
I don't think.
Oh, okay, all right. So when he comes, you will be fine. Or say, incredible, NDC. Okay. Or say this is a true indication that the recording between you and Gabi. Okay, well, I think that I cannot. Please, Kofi Adams, you want to spoil the party for us, but God will not permit you. But Mumuni in the Pusiga at the buy. Or see, the claim by Nana Kunodu is baseless and dishonest. She's only undermining her and President Rawlings' personality. Or say, Kaba, please wish my good mother, Mama Florence of Sunyai, Newtown, a belated Mother's Day, and tell the NDC that if Nana Kunodu wish to get her logo back, why are they playing stubborn? They should challenge her. NDC, you are doing what you are doing. Is this good? ELT and the bar. Or see news are from Boga Kaba. God save us from the hands of President Mills and the NDC because he cannot even unite his party, neither even talk of the country. Honorable Joe Sewusu, or say it's okay. The hypocrisy is too much. We like the way the NDC and President Mills will continue to rule the country. Or say I'm happy the MPP accepts the posture of the leader of the party is important. Why is the attitude? Why then the attitude of all die be die? Or say please help vote for Nanado to come and clear the mess that Ghana is going through today. DJ O'Malley, YOC, Nanado win this year's election hands down. Greetings to MPP Chairman Mr. Oserekweku of Goso. Kaba, good morning. Do you know we are waiting for Nana Kunodu because President Mills has disappointed all of us at Obuase. Cement is now 20 Ghana cedis from mathematical Odugbami Tutuka in Obuase. Or say, I don't know why Nana Kunodu wants to. Okay, this is ethnocentric comment. Kwiji in Elmi now, unfortunately, Nyadia meeting me a Kaba, President Mills' government has lost the 2012 election. Nanado Dankwa by Hiladi in Tamale and ono Ediwe by. And I feel so I say, Kaba, when would the EC release the voter ID cards to people of Frempong Manso in the Tiwa district? And another Sashakune Ebisa. Inusa from Boga. I say, what we are hearing, another man out of the for the design. Okay, still about the design in Hong Kong. My Mother's Day. Any issues? Any idea? But quickly, Dr. Chisora Richardson, I call baby him.
Yeah.
Me pass you ETO.
I say Jake Akabi. You see, the point there is about the symbol is that party time I yet see MPP. Now that we were on the authoritarian autocratic rule, Kofuka doing you on winning the one award to party. Meetings were held under this name club. Now, some I would say even clandestinely in people's individual home. Now, and so I had done a party yes, we never want MPP before shut and you Now them claps number. On a literally society that if you pass, that is how various clubs know one can. What at them wait as it can be. Then on the back and the RSD, what will come away a convention. It is a deck on all can be there. He will not know. Even somebody like BAN and that, and he didn't know the word BAN and played or a lawyer in this. Now, I'm looking at for Subian, the amendment to give the assembly. A dead guy would go. The name convention.
Just saying the same thing.
Oh, yeah, United Goku Convention now was the end. It came out of Democrats and Christian.
Right.
Or a convention of class. Now, come to the name convention, Convention People's Party. It is a big banner for council there. Convention into Yaja. What do you think will happen?
Okay.
No. If for Supia, party Bias in you are, why you logo, obey advert. The individual one umbrella on contractor, no umbrella logo more. Because what goes behind the party symbol are the concept, the belief, the philosophy, of the party. Now, the philosophy of the party, on yeah,
right. These are the issues. But you still insist that the logo was designed by yourself. Yes, sir.
I just but I told BA and then the symbol, the colors, now didn't all the questions. No way, I'm not going to party, also no one might say how it came out this final AD. They are not do a hormone or or it's a person.
Right.
But a lot of ideas were put together. On a particle lesson of ground, the plus of yours were why we chose a red, white, blue. In your friend, a symbol in the colors were different. Or red, gold, green, green, and there was a reason for those colors.
Yo. Doc, yeah, that's it for those clarification. But for you to also Convention People's Party. Thank you very much. Yo, Dr. Richardson, yeah, that's it, Papa. But CPP for also Congress to elect a flag bearer. Na enche beko takra na ko visual sa.
What you be that just on your foolish man.
It's interesting.
Apologies to our viewers. Well,
interesting things are happening.
Convention People's Party, I am Congress Saturday.
Logo.
Now you want to talk about the logo?
Logo, send me here.
Let's go.
Yes.
Convention People's Party.
Well, apologies once again. Whoever and her senior their man Mufanche. Yes, and Bano. But Kofi CPP Ako Congress elected Dr. Abu Sakara. He's promising a new face for the CPP. And Maminka, I'll say P3 Twaso has I'll say in his acceptance speech, Dr. Abu Sakara, supported by his wife, Mrs. Mary Lily Kafera Sakara, said the delegates have spoken and the decision was clear. He urged members of the party to leave no stone unturned in their desire to bring the party to power. He has said he has accepted responsibility to lead the CPP in the 2012 elections and would ensure victory for the party. He said the party had entered a new chapter of progress, prosperity and success, and that when it was voted into power, it will create more jobs and ensure free compulsory education. Through determination and discipline, we shall succeed. Kofi, CPP, any prospects for them in 2012?
First and foremost, I congratulated Dr. Abu Sakara for emerging as the flag bearer of CPP. Now, congratulate CPP Nankasa so for being able to pull through a Congress after very difficult and various postponements. It's good and healthy for young democracy. Once we've opened space for multi-party democracy, me against mushrooming of political parties. Once you be decent and you be campaign based on issues, it gives more room for people to want to shift. So we shifted to various places. So I really congratulate CPP for having elected a flag bearer. But Dr. Abu Sakar, I don't know, running mate to Dr.
Dr.
Adom in 2008, has emerged a flag bearer at a very difficult times.
In fact, he's on the line. Let me just quickly speak to him. Dr. Abu Sakar, good morning, and thank you very much. This is Multi TV Good Morning Show, Badwam.
Good morning. Hi, and how are you?
I'm doing good. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean, today is just a day after you have won the election. How did you receive the news? I'm sure that you should be a happy man.
Well, of course, we're all delighted, not just me alone, but the entire family, not just my nuclear family, but the entire family of the Convention People's Party. And also our well-wishers and sympathizers all across Ghana. We're delighted with this news, and we give God the glory because, you know, I started in this race late with many, I would say, disadvantages. But through God's will and hard work and the support of the delegates, we have managed to overcome, and the will of the people has been expressed. And I want to thank my comrade, Bright Akwete, for his hard-fought contest. It has been a contest of comrades, and it has ended in harmony and unity amongst us. It has made the party stronger, and it is more appealing to the people of Ghana because they have seen that whatever they thought about EPP in the past, the line has been drawn on the shores of Second B, and we're leaving all of that behind us. We're having a new beginning, a new way forward, led by a successor generation that will fulfill that unfinished dream of economic emancipation for this country and a social reconstruction in which patriotism will be the key word. And we will build the kind of society Ghana wants to live in. But before that, we have to build our national campaign team to contest this election and do well and win. So we want to retreat in the next couple of weeks, marshal all the resources we have within the party, leaving no one out, and also even outside the party, which are fine resources, to bring it into the party and work for one purpose and one purpose only: how to take the Convention People's Party back into government. This is our overriding objective, because it is through that that we can achieve the common good and serve the ordinary man.
Just a final question, sir. Some pundits have said that, well, your election comes at a very difficult time, just about 6-7 months to elections. How do you hope to surmount all the challenges of campaigning, crisscrossing the whole country amidst this short period?
Well, you know, if you know the true story of where I started from and how I came to win this flag bearer race, and you will see that that same principle applies in this task which is now before us. Yet, the challenges are enormous, but our inspiration is huge. We are convinced that this is our time. And that hope and inspiration, not just in me, but throughout the delegates, and even people who are members of our party, feel that something new, something different must happen in Ghana in this election. And when the mood of the country is right, it is not a matter of length of time. It is simply a matter of choice. And we will quickly get our message out there so that people can make a choice. You know, Benjamin, when you go into a shop, you choose the shirt you want. You don't ask how long it has been hanging in the shop. If you like it, you take it. So we will get our choice in the shop for Ghanaians to choose in this election. And I am sure they will choose the Convention People's Party because it is the party that is going to secure the present and build the future for this country.
Dr. Abu Sakara, thank you very much once again, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much. And I want to end by saying I go to all delegates. I hope by now all of you have reached your home safely. We thank God for carrying us there safely without incidents and taking you back home safely without incidents. Now the task is for us to reach out to the rest of our Ghanaian compatriots. Wherever they are, we want them to come and support us in the CPP because we are building and working for a national cause for all Ghanaians. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Abu Sakara and the CPP for UNICEF into Franca. Kofi, you were making a point, say these are difficult times for the CPP.
Yeah, very difficult times for the CPP because one flag bearer, whether we like it or not, for 2008 elections, have left the CPP with a chunk of its senior cadres and members.
I'm saying
oh no, it's sometimes sometimes it helps. Sometimes it challenges you. Because there was a situation that teams have come to play 10 against 11 and they have won. Some have played 9 against 11 and they have won because when you play a crow and every other player plays a double role now. He feels that or they're more bonnier. Sometimes yes, it challenges you. But the question is that CPP as a party, are they ready to face a challenge now? This ready. But I really wish them well, and I wish Dr. Sakara well. He's somebody I really respect a lot because he has that belief in the country, and he feels that we can produce what we eat, can and even export more because we will be a war in the field of agriculture. Or in the field of agriculture. And I wish him well that he was coming to join the political discourse, but he should come in, or you'll be sure he doesn't come through as somebody who may want to promote political insults and I believe that he may also bring to table the issue-based discussion so that the issue of ratings of who is most
who is
using indecent language, who is who in the insults, who is who on the issues, who can deliver what Ghanaians really want.
Honorable CPP, prospects in Nkomode.
Mama mo pa se baby o mugine said the ekunu ankasa ased the na emu hwehwen Dr. Indium free mu kote party ni party mpedumfo a omudi na chikoe na ohwe abeka se wo mu foundation no mu ashiki but the omatumi aye kire se omu betumi aka omu ho meme de me fa na se CPP I say obi ayesa wo no foforo enya dia sabri womunan nkokomu ayedin papa so we national convention num say ya wanhwe ya na wadada ho asawo na mfomo a wo ye adwuma
mfomo we nu ya na omo ye rented ana because me
can
say first a year omo ko NDC fu obi kan so omo kra na omo mom krofo mom ko
menkaso
minim so what is asem no da
me dem menkaso the make can say so perform what uba me constituency any me neighboring constituencies na me no mbo share me ko round no a o hwe CPP obebre o hwe CPP form ha obebre so enti esoro ha na agina omunyire wo ho na form no ntintim me de nanka me gide ne ze go se form no ye den ansa akosoro but from the me hu no form no the form no hin high esoro competition no mu ye keen akọ form ha different but opinion no angasa o mato abayi ni no me hu no metidin for the first time ro obey Dr. Endom running mate
okay
if you no na on shedanya visible bia antozo sa be pray ade enti many age say virtually from nowhere what to me abe page no akekenya ne ho aba abaye we the kasa kakra metie no so impressive me pa very very impressive because minim the competitor senior Brata Kwete minim no from time and me Gunza no a president Ghana United Nations Students Association way back in the 80s obey a state prosecutor he's been a very strong person very forceful in what he believes in so until said Dr. Sakara to me I beat you know I congratulate him and I honor Brighton so because actually everything aside for a lawyer or you're virtually a litigation lawyer Ejumano a common no da na mmom sika boom there ebi ni ho but so to me mobilizing resources to be able to fight a national way from that level no just say why are there pa until no so me manamo but they here pa ne say after our election no there appear to be no sour grapes and sankabo mu no mu here to build their party again CCA there me gidi say I said there a rebirth
o metimi make any party in 2012
said ye me who were from 92 96 2000
2004
2008 they appear stronger our national conventions from near the adeno but don't for more
running for no
sana and consistently 2% 3% no because a yemi say me view no yemi say omo attractive to Manten and Mabano Papa. The rhetorics about Nkrumah did this, it's too heavy on that. And they still have quite very hardcore Tetehosi people for no. But name Manten and Mabano there. In whom we Papa.
Yeah, very issue where party chairman, Mami Samia Nkrumah Ekasai, any Ekasai, Yenkuti Asmodi to Jaria. Nafi about decent language in the commodity or CPP Congress or second day.
With our plans for the national campaign and for our aspiring members of parliament, we are happy this came to a successful conclusion. We are satisfied and the atmosphere is very good, very harmonious. There's cohesion and unity, as you can see, and the competition was devoid of acrimony. So we are very, very pleased about that. That means the party has moved into a different phase, and we can all now focus on the 2012 national elections. We know that there is now greater hope for progress within our party and for progress at the national level. There is no doubt about it that people are tired of both big parties and are looking forward to the emergence of a strong alternative. We hope to position ourselves to be that alternative, and there's every indication that we will be. Now that we finish this, close this chapter, we are looking forward to the next phase. So we are optimistic, we are inspired, and we are energized. It's a good day for the CPP.
Never backwards, never. A good day to be a CPP member. No cry, no saying no cry, and no one can moving forward into the right direction. Send ya NDC for a canon. But before the brass but Kofi in decent language, Media Foundation for say money. They happy say as a platform. It is becoming more issue-based campaign. As a say we education, but in a way I can say roots, in a way we can say health. Now still. Among focus you in the sign language, rating or NDC for be take over from the MPP. In fact, previous MPP for the NAD kind. Good news for Ghana.
Mean said that kind any of reports.
Okay.
But my name say Obi di first wada enye na say anipa no why better. It means he has done possibly has done something right. My name ya MPP for Argentina maybe. Say maybe radio soon or more appear more, and now when I work as someone on radio, no, they had a way of talking to them to stick to the issues, and I then I do not know, but it is good to see such improvements. The American radio for no so musumu kahubi, because many of the radio stations, you know, ni omopeani ebi wo omo friend wo phone so no one thing ya the other person kai na nipa no catch o anti dey o sha wa ba o can say na all kasa no you are also human,
yeah,
and the anhwe ni year na wo so akoka this for some of them for some of them no they believe that that is the way radio so aye dey na jam go for show ma na obehu na eda online na but I don't think that is what we want as a country. So you bring young for a decent discussions of system now. I believe that it will go on. So media for Nangasa so once obebua in terms of even working out panelists, irrespective of Nipan status and stature in society. Say you engage in indecent, you engage in indecent language. Obebua, you can decide that look, yen money paying, but the party is signing paying a modern bebadia, and yet the party will never use a platform. Your party no establish a radio station and a TV station no more. You can so that also more standards. They want to move funny pa obeba beka the issue and now be respect the dictates of the host now. And the more fun number. I believe when we do this, you be call this year. As to wasting our time on look, Uko Bible, many of the leaders that we read about, were not like very perfect persons in terms of many other things. But God chose them to lead because He felt that they had qualities. It didn't matter. Since I acquired and a leader, Uniba, and or Yirimu Bebre, and or Oye, we are wasting our time on issues that will not solve the problems or confront you or mine.
But a minimum say ube ye leader be a say your critical leader and you say or you be or
critiquing the leader is good. Let's critique, but let's also ask ourselves that we are looking for leaders. That is what we are looking for as a country. That at the end of the day, we are looking for leaders. We want a leader. Don't let us restrict ourselves in the way we look out for leaders. So it's very important, especially for young ones. I feel na yerba. Through one stage, already. But for us, the young ones, let's be careful what we look out for, what we say about all these persons, because we don't know what will happen to us by the time we get to one age and now one level. But then let's have some decency. Let's focus on the issues. Let's focus on what will solve the problems confronting the next person. Because the number of children that I have, and now the number of wives that I have, and now the number of marriages I've involved in, or the number of divorce cases that I've had, will not matter how I'll run the economy, and how I'll solve the unemployment problem, and how I'll deal with the issues of agriculture and what have you. Let's begin to see how persons can apply their leadership to these situations. Now you reduce our Robasheno, who is so tall, who is so short, who is so handsome, who is this, who is that. Now you critique maybe in Sema, Senipana Kasema Enya. Let's take the person on that. Don't let us waste our time in questioning Nipano to reduce, to disrespect the personality. Yeah, the person in your crowd, because we are all human. If I sit down right here being insulted, my person being, instead of being critical, but some customers will be feel that something or respond to the issues. Respond to the issues. Let's move on. Don't describe me that, oh, this is how they are, or this is how such generalization and personal attacks. We are one people. We should see it that way, that we all want development for our people. But maybe this one says that we'll go in this way. This one says that I'll use bicycle. This one says I'll use wind power. I'll use manpower and what have you to get there. That is all that we are doing.
But Orose, you find you indecent language issues-based campaign on Chronifer.
The me yapane say, let's say Sabai MPP Sawu Kura. I regret very much that MPP features at all. I wish that we did not feature at all. They may pep Kabe me Japan say, yes, you're free one abedi two, and Kayam Memukura, and Kayam more MPP ding say MPP Ubijina Hukasa MPP ding more, said we did the attempt. Because your party, it's a conservative party. Nipa Sebianyado, your journey shekain, your shed the SCH. Na ya journey na ya shekain, and this other who but don't party no. Na ose uwo akoma kese pa. Uye den nipa beka semetwetwu. Uye den obi beka semo a ebema wanhwe ya obubefu. But said the will be respond no and a chile unipesu. Papa be say responsible, the word responsible, no. Actually say, you break it apart, it's responsible. It's a quite over fast so I reacted to any situation, no. One passage and one cast also. Now, se umo be quite Emma or show before what tete one cast out. And yenya ye kasa, a bejina hay, yes, MPP, sorry, independent member. But to be able to send the MPP as manade was meboa because openly I identify with the MPP. Who said there may be a Becca Abesai MPP. Into Messer say, Ubia with Gina Hono Casama party in the Demuno. Ya, as I'm crying cano, and ma Nigerian Coso, we should not be sidetracked. I mean, they say improvement have been, but you bet me a better than what we're doing.
Right.
We are completely capable. Issues no there, meaning Dawson. Of course, say a Ketiamia, but more the answer me divert in a co baby for but say, who advantage, you know, the way in Yinafakwa, or do we do be dinechi na the umpesa con wako. Enti a year say improve, but we need not. And Kamijidi Sesabri and can say the survey should be on the quality of ideas. Yeah, discussions are there, rather than the number of insults and less. It's well, very.
But before,
I wish the media will also report the media houses now will lead so that they can also, instead of reporting about parties. I know, but you want. We are more interested in discussing the parties instead of discussing.
No more say as a perfect lady.
More for no battle also for discussion.
The last time about
and then discuss also because the bill what friend were on now can their own cast them now. No more for which Ako friend for possibly below you now and also pay microphone I can send he's ready or she's ready to point. If you are afraid, how can you answer me? Them pay can answer. We better not ubi can answer because media for now for which
me quite independent. What are radio? We are from what? On the past message, they will do whatever they don't come.
Media.
I'm sorry, I don't to air. No man can't. No, someone want to follow with that. I made it the point. I mean, I won't respond to anybody. Until the other can be. I'm just focused. Sometimes put a major radio. I stopped listening to radio.
You're on the ground.
So I know Pana me campaign. Uber no what to 10 cents.
Good news is that Mahadi issue based. Rob I'm saying spokesperson to Kanima Penny Rollins, Kofi Edasi, and I've been Sunura Joe Seusu, independent member of parliament for Bekwai when he Edasi. Mama send a text message at Damasi, Mama send an email at Damasi. You're calling by a billboard at Betwa so and Sana, and I by the officer to us and Sana no do Eddie Median in our connery at Damasi Basia.